Hello.
We're on the air.
We are. We made it.
Sorry about the
A
delay.
little bit late.
I was
No
fumbling
worries.
around.
Hope all is well. Oh, okay. No worries. Hope all is well.
Well, I told you I had huge news, right?
Well, yeah, you did. We were texting a little bit before. What's going on?
I had a stroke.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I
oh
was late getting to you too. I just
no,
fumbling
no.
with life.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
fumbling. Um, so let me get a look at you. Yeah. So it's always hard to tell with these mirrored images. So a little bit of left-sided,
Yeah, my left
left,
side is what's weak.
yeah, a little left-sided facial droop. And
Oh no. Is there?
no, no, it's not. I'm a nurse. I notice those things.
You're getting after my vanity.
Oh, well, you still look good. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, dear
Yeah,
John. Jeez.
Saturday night, 9 days ago, I had a splitting headache, and
Oh,
I thought, well, I'll go sit in a Epsom salts bathtub and
yeah,
ease this down a little bit. And as I was trying to get in the water, I was really um, out of balance,
yeah,
And then the next day, I noticed, and also this arm is weak, grabbing things. Um,
yeah.
I was trying to grill. Nearly burned the house down. I did burn the steaks.
Oh boy.
That's
Oh
what I
my.
get for being a mediator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So,
Wow. Gosh, John.
well, you know what, Nick? And I put this up on Facebook. I'm taking a warrior mentality on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. There's no self pity, none of that. More of an
Right.
investigation.
Yeah. Okay.
What will fix this? What will help me get back? I've already started on a program
Mhm.
of hydration, drinking a ton of water,
Yeah.
vitamins. Um, I'm doing this. There's this professor, Andrew Huberman. Have you heard of him?
Doesn't ring a bell, but
He's at Stanford.
okay.
He's a neurologist talking about um, restoring your brain health.
Yeah.
So he's got this meditation thing that I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm doing that. I'm going to be doing acupuncture, redoubling my commitment to yoga,
Right.
um, etc.
Okay.
I don't know how far I'll get back, but I'm committed to getting as far back as possible. I have had some bounce back already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I mean, it's only been 2 days, right? Or is this a
No, it's been
previous
it's been
Saturday?
it's been 9 days.
Okay, so it was a Saturday before. Got it.
Yes, right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Wow. So just kind of learning to, deal with the new norm and
The new,
hopefully recover from that as much deficits that you can.
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we talk about, I think I've talked about my own journeys and path of what I call optimization,
Oh
or
yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
that's what I talk to my, maybe that's just what I talk to my therapist about. But,
No,
I
you're doing
think,
good on there.
yeah, I think, that's the name of the game. And what we don't really talk about with optimizing our lives, our health, our mental well-being, our spiritual being, whatever it is that optimization moving target as we adjust to the things that get thrown at us, right? So,
Your microphone felt like it was muffled there for that last sentence.
oh, I was saying that when we play the game of optimizing ourselves, it's we forget that it is a moving target as we adapt and adjust to the things that life throws at us. So,
That's good. Yeah.
yeah, optimization 2 weeks ago can look a lot different than optimization today.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was late to get to you today, and sorry about that. But it was just
No, it's
I,
okay.
get, I was on the yoga mat, and I set up the timer, and it didn't go off for some reason. I didn't press the button, or it's getting ready to go off.
Yeah.
Um, and so, but I'm feeling very comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sleeping a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and the yoga and the walking outside has me feeling real comfortable. It's not like I'm suffering in any way.
Yeah. So tell me about the walking outside. What do your walks look like?
I go as brisk as I can, but I can't. One leg is dragging,
Okay.
so I can't like I used to. But I'm working as hard as I can. It's beautiful out these days, and I go down to the end of the neighborhood and back. It's about a 40-minute walk.
Okay.
This guy, Haberman, has me doing the meditation
Yeah.
for brain healing. Said do 45 minutes of he called it zone 2, I think it was called zone 2 exercise, where it's not high intensity, but it's significant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm out there walking.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
boy. So Saturday night, a little over a week ago, at home, a week so far of kind of healing, repairing. What's gosh, what do you have in store for us? How do you want to go about today? And I want to be mindful of the taxing, the limitations and taxing of on you. So, what would be your priorities and focus for today?
well, that's kind of you thinking about the limitations and taxings on me, but I'm fine.
Yeah.
uh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm very comfortable in my body right now, and cheerful, rested. I
Good.
do have this final episode of Emergence Magazine's Meditations. Remember how we were talking about that? And this
Yeah.
time
Absolutely.
we were talking about encountering trees and listening to the language of birds.
Yeah.
Now the final two are listening for silence and being with the dark.
Oh, okay.
And for those who haven't watched this before, my whole idea is that we just have this grinding attempt to install techno feudalism by
Hmm.
Peter Thiel and the dark money behind him. Um, Peter Thiel has some guru, I can't remember his name right now, Curtis somebody, who talks about, let's colonize the humans and then go off into, it just sounds so far fetched, but it's real. It really is their objective. And Elon
Yeah.
Musk is on board with this colonize the
Right.
humans and then live in Mars or somewhere. They want to control us and become gazillionaires.
Yeah.
I know I sound like a nut, but they're nuts, which is why it comes off that way.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, yeah, you think of science fiction when you think of this, but at the same time, their efforts and ideologies are spilling over into the work that they're investing tremendous amounts of time, energy, and funding, financial funds towards. So you're kind of like, well, yeah, it seems pretty far fetched sci-fi, but there sure is an awful lot of energy, time, and funding going towards this. So there
Right.
must be something to it. Yeah,
This company called Palantir.
Palantir. Mm-hmm.
Peter
Sounds
Thiel
familiar.
is the owner of it.
Okay,
It's all about surveillance of us.
right.
On the stock market reports, they're like, "Oh, Palantir is a spectacular company. It's really going to make a lot of money. It's already made a lot of money." But their intentions are terrible. They want to surveil all of us,
Yeah,
and then make some of us um, uh, outcasts if we're not paying the dues, so to speak.
yeah.
If we're
If you don't
what's the word?
fall in line,
Fall in line, right? Yeah.
yeah,
If we want to step out,
right.
resist,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I'm boldly doing, and they'll try to cut us off, from credit and etc.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
my feeling is we're too big to fail. The human race is there's so many of us.
Yeah.
Apparently, people were going to the Palantir offices during the most recent demonstrations in LA. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and scaring the workers there. Good, good job. I'm glad they did it.
Yeah,
And so we're doing meditations that we derive from Emergence magazine
right.
for throwing off this brainwashing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to finish this up this time. But next time, I've got some more stuff
Okay.
that we'll be talking about. Hmm.
Nice.
Revolution.
So revolution. Good.
Revolution of
I like it.
consciousness. Fortunately, we've got these really sophisticated sources,
Yeah,
that we can tap into.
right. Um, oh, I had something pulled up. Never mind. Moving on. I was gonna pull something up related to the Emergence magazine, but I forgot which readings we had discussed there. It was. I'll put a link once we have them for any of our viewers if they wanted to check out what Emergence magazine has out there too. So,
Yeah.
okay.
There was Ledger. Previously, we did Ledger of the Land,
Yeah.
listening to the language of birds,
Mm-hmm.
encountering trees.
Yeah.
Um, we did that. I really love to listen to the language of birds.
Yeah. That was
Mhm.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't ask you. I'm being kind of self-absorbed with this thing. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. I know we usually give our little update. Yeah, I'm good. You know, my arm still in a brace, but getting better. I can't, it'll get there. I mean, still waiting to work some things out or range of motion, but otherwise feeling healthy and well.
Okay. As you get
Um,
up in the morning, can you move this around without the brace on?
oh, I don't sleep with the brace because it gets in the way and annoying. But I end up just kind of guarding my elbow a lot. um, and I do find that depending on if I moved it in a way I should not have at night, it may ache a little bit in the morning. But my shoulder does a lot of the work, which is good. I don't have any limitations at the shoulders, just the elbow. So, yeah. But yeah, my kids are tomorrow's their first day back at school, so we're looking
Oh
forward to
yeah,
that.
that's a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah. So they're excited. They're all doing stuff today with their hair or their nails or I don't know. Stuff that they want to do before school starts because I can tell they're excited and nervous all at the same time about it. So yeah. Yeah. So that's what we got going on.
I had a dear friend, Kathy, may she rest in peace, worked at Boston Glow with me, and
Oh, okay.
we were good buddies. And I was talking to her dad once, and he said, "Yeah, she was her first day of Catholic school. She was up Saturday morning, fully dressed. Yeah, she still had to wait till Monday,
Yeah, right.
but she was ready. She was ready on Saturday morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Back to
I
school
know that.
clothing and the erasers and the pencils and all that.
Yeah, I know my kids' backpacks are all loaded perfectly the first time. I'm like, yeah, that'll last after
Yeah,
a
right,
day,
right.
2 days. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yep. But yeah, that's all we got really. That's what we have going on. It's fun times, but it's pretty par for the course stuff.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. And are they excited about their clothing?
Yeah, I mean, they've gotten little outfits, back to school outfits here and there over the last like month and a half, but I don't know. I remember as I was a kid, we would go back to school shopping somewhere in the summer, and it was a big deal, and I picked out a bunch of stuff. And of course, back then it was all about layaway. So my mom or my grandma would put all of it on layaway, and then I would finally, before school starts, is they would go pick it up because they'd pay off the layaway or whatever it was. Um, but
Very exciting when
yeah,
they brought it home, wasn't it?
yeah, they brought all these bags of all the stuff that we'd picked out over weeks or a month or so before, and yeah, it was on layaway. I was
That's
thinking about
great.
that actually, but layaway doesn't. I don't know. Does that still exist anywhere, or is it all just these uh, pay later type services online that you see? Pay in 4 payments, or you know, buy now, pay later kind of schemes.
But
Yeah,
I have no idea if it still exists.
yeah. Well, I mean, Kmart doesn't really exist, so that was the big place that I remember layaway, being a big deal. I guess Sears had it too. J.C. Penney's. Yeah.
I was not thrilled with no matter how good the clothes was that they bought for me. I was not
Yeah.
thrilled with returning to school.
Oh, right.
It was
Yeah.
like going to prison. Which
Yeah.
reminds Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think even to this day, it doesn't excite me. I think about it as like, oh, it's the end of summer. I don't know, but so.
Which reminds me of a story I heard in Kentucky during my years
Oh
down
yeah.
there. A little boy went to school, and he was used to kindergarten, going home at noon. So it got to be a noon hour, and he uh, got up and put his jacket on. And somebody said, "No, no, no, no! You got to take your jacket off. We're here all day. We're here till 3:30." And in full hearing of the teacher and the aide and whoever else, he said, "Who the hell signed me up for this?" He went back.
Right.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
So human nature is beautiful in its own way.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, young Nick. Um, I have this for you if you want to hear it. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, I do.
Listening through
Absolutely.
silence.
Listening through silence.
For silence. I'll show you this
Listen
little
for
illustration. You have to
okay.
endure these lines that are on my phone. I took it into the phone guy this week, and he said, "Oh yeah, you're going to have that. You have to call a store in, and they'll send you a new phone." So I have to live with this for a while. But
Okay.
if you can see the illustration, listening
Oh
for
yeah.
silence, and there's a guy. He looked like he's going into the bush. Oops.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. Yeah. Okay. Listening for
All right.
silence. Interesting.
Yeah.
That looks like a lot of effort to listen for silence. Going to hide away in the bush.
It does look like a lot of effort. I bet you don't have to work that hard at it. Step
Right. Well,
outside into your
probably going
backyard.
to be probably part of the meaning right there. Yeah.
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 All right. I'll read this to you.
Okay.
Now, they mention a virtual reality film that they've put together. So, our friends watching this, all one of them could look it up. Sanctuaries of Silence by Emergence Magazine. Inspired by our virtual reality film, Sanctuaries of Silence, which follows acoustic ecologist Gordon Hempton as he
Mm.
documents the sounds of the whole rainforest. This practice invites you to discover how a new uh, experience of sound can change our relationship to the living world. Silence is the poetics of space, what it means to be in a place. The whole rainforest is one of the largest temperate rainforests in the United States, situated within the Olympic National Park in western Washington state. The whole is protected from commercial logging and is a haven for old growth Sitka spruce, western hemlock, coast Douglas fir, big leaf maples, and black cottonwoods, far from traffic roads and the unrelenting bellow of development. The whole remains one of the quietest places in North America. For 35 years, acoustic geologist Gordon Hempton has been documenting the sounds of the Hoh and its many species: Pacific tree frogs, Roosevelt elk, northern spotted owls, red-breasted nutcatchers, and Pacific wrens. Listening through a microphone taught him to take things in with equal value without judgment. As we joined him in the rainforest for the making of Sanctuaries of Silence, we were struck by this practice and we found ourselves completely present in the landscape and deeply connected to the space around us. Our hope with this practice is that you come away with a new perspective towards sound and the power of silence. The simple act of listening to the natural world can profoundly impact our relationship to place, rooting us in a presence that we otherwise often take for granted. These prompts can be done over the course of a day, a week, a month. Try to listen without judgment and simply be present, open, and curious. So, step one: where is the place you spend the most time indoors? Go to this place. It could be a room in your home or your office. Sit or lay down in a comfortable position. Spend several minutes with your eyes closed, listening to all the sounds around you, nearby and far away. What do you hear? Excuse me. What do you hear? Seek out a public or urban environment, a local coffee shop, a busy street corner, your rooftop. Again, for several minutes, listen to the sounds around you. Try to take it all in with equal value without judgment. What do you notice? Step 3: find a natural green space within your town or city, a public park or garden, or a tree in your yard. Close your eyes and listen for a longer period this time. How's the quality of sound different in this location compared with the location in the last prompt? Step 4: seek out a natural space, away from the hustle and bustle of the city. This space could be a wooded trail or a meadow with a stream. Sit or lay down with your eyes closed. Listen to the sounds around you. What do you hear in this place? And finally, step 5: return to the indoor place from the first prompt. Repeat the first exercise. Has your experience of listening changed? And if so, how? All right. Sanctuaries of silence. So it's for our people to do and see what happens as they follow this practice. Everybody,
Yeah.
you've got it on tape now, and you can
Hmm.
follow the directions that I read to you.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and I shared the link for those of that want to follow the practice, and then there's also on that link sort of the story and making of the sanctuaries of silence. I'll have to check that out. I don't have any way. I've as tech oriented as I can be, both in occupation and personal. I don't have anything to experience virtual reality. Maybe I'll have to change that for Christmas this year. um, but this is one of those things that would be really fascinating to explore with the VR headsets or whatever they have now out there. Um,
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
but yeah, I was just looking at the website here, and it's fascinating because there's a little clip that shows this director producer in the middle of the Hoh rainforest with his camera that or recording instrument or whatever. He's holding it up, and he's got like a fake human sculpted, you know, head, disembodied head on it. And he's kind of using that as the focal point of like hearing, listening, seeing for this recording, and it's kind of has me fascinated. Um, but I can only imagine. Now I've never ventured deep into the Hoh rainforest, as our viewers may know. I live in Washington State, and prior to 2019, I lived over on the western side of the state. So I can just take a ferry ride and be pretty darn close to the periphery of the Hoh rainforest and the
Cool.
Olympic Peninsula. I did do a camping trip with my good college friends. We do our man camping trip um, every year. And last year we actually went into um, still Olympic Peninsula, but kind of the edges of the lower areas of the Hoh rainforest. And what a beautiful, magical place it was. I can truly see this experience that they're capturing there.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, how great.
yeah, really beautiful.
I go to this place called the Mequon Nature Preserve. As I was
Yeah,
reading this, I was just thinking, oh, okay, next time I'm out there. And I have gone out there since I read this, and it's just, you just sit there and absorb it.
yeah.
You kind of commune with the spirit of silence,
Hmm.
you know?
So going through this meditation, these 5 steps: quiet place and home, busy place, urban, little bit less busy, park like setting in an urban or whatever community environment, and then a remote, desolate, I don't know, more remote, disconnected, in nature, fully immersed in nature, and then back to that quiet place in your home. Um, what I imagine, based on having experienced those, not in a full sort of mentality of this exercise, but trying to immerse and be present and in tune with what's going on and the sights and sounds and feelings. Um, that has been a therapy exercise that's been ingrained in me for 8 years. Um, and it's this calming measure of, you know, name some, like, spout off something I see, something I hear, something I feel, something I hear, something I see, something I feel, and doing this with sort of noticing exercise.
Uh,
And so, having done that for a while now, and both quiet, calm, out in night and nature, as well as in urban, and then even in my own backyard, whatever, in my own neighborhood, I can imagine this, and what I foresee the experience coming back to step 5 in that quiet indoor space is a lot what I didn't realize I was practicing already when I do go to my quiet space. And usually it's my you know bedroom, my wife and I's bedroom. Um, and it's because I've had a lot of neurostimulation, whether it be just the workday or a big social gathering or event, something where I have to go and low stimulation. And in that moment, what allows me to not be bored or lost is recalling these times and experiences where I was present with my surroundings. So I think if I were to this resonates with me because I can see the true value in it of we can't always be out in that remote quiet place with a sanctuary of silence, but you can sort of allow yourself to experience it and cultivate it so that it can become part of a practice in a quiet, safe space of your own home.
Oh, nice. That's very nice.
That's what I that's what I like. That's what I take from this exercise. I really think it's a worthwhile venture, and we'll do it.
I
We'll
love
do
it.
it.
When I was my first years in Boston, we lived on my late wife Carrie and I lived on Wingersheik Beach off of Gloucester, Massachusetts,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to go out to jog at night, and it was silent in the sense of no human noise whatsoever. There wasn't a human within 5 miles of me.
Yeah.
There was noise, however, which was the waves of the ocean.
Oh.
Um, Still, I had a sense of the enormity of nature, just like the cosmos was
Mm.
there for me, big time, and it was, I could kind of hear silence despite the waves, if that makes any sense. You could hear the absence of human noise
Yeah.
and machinery and my rock and roll albums, which were constant back in those days.
Yeah.
um, the Moody Blues and the Rolling Stones, constant. But I'd be out there and I'd just be hearing this, the waves and nothing else. And it would just feel almost overwhelming. It was like this overwhelming sense of being engulfed and it was too much to take in.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful feeling though. And then I would get back inside the house,
Mm-hmm.
run for about an hour or so, and get back inside the house. And it was almost a relief to get to a smaller mentality. You know, I didn't feel overwhelmed by the house with its ceilings and walls, and Carrie sitting there watching television. And
Mm-hmm.
she's watching. What was that? She watched a Goofy show. Um, I'm not judging at all, but I'm just saying uh, it was a show about Saved by an Angel or some kind of name like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does sound familiar. Yeah.
What'd you say?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd come in and that stuff would be on. It would be like this different mindset was present. The mindset
Yeah.
was not vast. The mindset was smaller. Um, the mindset was not um, overwhelming, like too much to
Mhm.
take in. The mindset was, oh, I can do this. This is doable. I can come up with some sort of take on this TV show,
Right.
or my own record albums that will be playing when the TV show's over. Um,
Uh-huh.
Stuff like that. Um, so it was like this vast cosmic opening.
Yeah.
versus the human dimension, which was very doable, but not as overwhelming. I wish I had a better
Yeah.
word for it. Not as transcendent.
Mm, I like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I was listening to this, I was thinking about that episode, and now I go to this place called Mequon Nature Preserve. It's my hangout. I've mentioned it to you before. It's 400 acres.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Yep.
returning it to the way it was before Columbus set foot in
Right.
the landmass. Through
Yep.
science, they can do this now. They've planted like 10,000 plants, and they're getting it back to basically Eden.
Yeah.
Um, and to go there and sit there, and you always do hear something. You hear um, traffic in the distance, or there's
Yeah.
workers out planting trees, and you hear their machinery. But still,
Mm,
it's really exquisite.
yeah.
Uh, so it's elegant. It's elegant and beautiful. So listening to silence is like, to me, delectable,
Yeah.
beautiful, and the world that Peter Thiel and um, the Elon Musk of the world want us to, as they want to impose um, techno feudalism on us, is much
Right.
more like the puny world that I re-entered after jogging on the beach, and there was a
Yeah.
TV show and vinyl records waiting to be spun, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, isn't that the great contradiction, right? That we just, as human evolution occurs, right? We're constantly at odds with this longing and feeling to be connected with nature and silence and the meditation of that experience, and yet we also love and enjoy these experiences that the advanced advancements in technology and communication afford us. But it also just means that it's that much more critical that we make space and a commitment towards you know those parts that call for a more natural order of things. um because I mean, there is a need for them to coexist and not be at odds with one another.
yeah,
Yeah. But then there's the extremes, like we're talking with the techno feudalisms that would basically allow for a future or a place in which those connections to nature, to spirit, to natural historical elements of our lives be sort of washed away, or set aside as not important, not significant, because they don't contribute to productive, seamlessly flowing form of society, right? Yeah.
exactly. Got it.
um it's a great experiment that is, without needing to see or have a crystal ball, we in our heart know will backfire.
Could you say
I
that
mean,
again, please?
what's that?
Could you say that sentence again, please?
Oh, I said it's one of those things, we don't need a crystal ball or some, all-seeing eye of awareness to know that sort of experiment will backfire.
Oh, that's
That,
for sure.
yeah.
Cutting
And
us
yet,
down to well below our actual natural size.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Getting off our imagination.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Okay, you ready for the next part?
Yeah. What's the next one? What do we got?
Let's do this. Well, being with the dark.
Hmm.
We're living in a world that is perpetually bathed in artificial light. We repel the dark, and yet we live in the midst of what is often referred to as dark times. How can we be present and engaged in these dark times? What are we foregoing as we trade the ancient curiosity evoked by the night sky for the ceaseless illumination of artificial light? How can gazing upon the night sky connect us to a greater sense of space, beauty, and possibility? Are we able to come into a relationship with something infinitely bigger than ourselves? In 5 steps, this practice invites you to immerse yourself in nightfall and welcome the night as a window into mystery and awe. 1. With dusk approaching, seek the quiet company of the coming dark. Be attentive to the direction of the setting sun, remembering that the light of this star has made your life possible. If you're in an urban area without a view of the horizon, you may be able to see the descent of the sun and the accompanying shifts of light and shadow, reflected by neighboring building or cast onto the ground in front of you. As the sky transitions from blue to orange to black, find the darkest place you can, whether a hilltop in the countryside, a corner of your backyard, or the side of your street with the fewest lights. Whether you are outdoors or indoors, looking through a window, turn off all the lights that you can, including your phone. Notice what is transforming around you as night descends. Sounds, colors, and textures, both in the sky above and here in your corner of the earth. As night spreads across the dome of the sky, turn your attention upward. Perhaps the bright shape of the moon is already climbing higher. What does it look like tonight? Depending on the time of year and your hemisphere, you may see the red face of Mars or the cold blue of Venus uh, blinking at you from our solar system. The very first stars will begin to appear where the sky is darkest, far above the band of light that still lines the horizon. You may see each glimmer of silver light appear above. Remember that these ancient photons have traveled unfathomable distances to reach your eyes. If there is too much ambient light where you are to see any celestial bodies above you, close your eyes and summon them in your mind. Remember that even if you cannot see them, they are there above you always. As the darkness progresses, look at the hazy band of stars, dust, and gas that make up the Milky Way, the barred spiral galaxy that we call home. As the Milky Way rotates, our sun and solar system are traveling with it at 515,000 miles per hour. Look up into the sky and think about how day or night, inside or outside, you are spinning in concert with the light of the 200 billion stars that make up our galaxy. We are often taught to fear the essence of light, to shy away from the dark, or the absence of light. I'm sorry. We're often taught to fear the absence of light, to shy away from the dark as something oppressive, as constrictive. But in the night sky, darkness is an invitation into expansive mystery. At the spot where you are sitting, as the spot where you are sitting rotates further away from the sun, stay with the dark for as long as you are able, just to be with the dark. The night sky has been a source of awe and wonder for human beings since time immemorial, but our species has in many ways lost its collective adjustment to the dark. Experiencing darkness hasn't been diluted by artificial light. That experiencing darkness that hasn't been diluted by artificial light is rare. More than 80% of the world's population and 99% of the population of the United States now lives beneath light polluted skies. What do we lose access to when the lights are always on? Having spent this time immersed in the expanse of night, What might you carry forward into your days? What sensations of the dark might you want to return to? So you go from silence to dark,
Yeah.
getting away from it all.
Hmm. Yeah.
Have you had an experience with the dark?
I'd say that, um, yeah, I mean, lots of experiences in the dark and a variety of ways. In the natural way of this, it takes me back because I have never had such a, I mean, I've had some magnificent moments in nature, and a very few come to mind where it was truly away from enough pollution to just immerse in this celestial presence of the sky and space. Um, but yeah, something that really stuck out to me was these billions of photons traveling great distances so that my eye can see them.
Isn't that
And it's
amazing?
just, yeah. And when you put it that way, and it really makes me want to try harder. Not like beating myself up over or regret or remorse or anything like this, um, but makes me want to try harder to um, allow myself more experiences with less light pollution to
Uh,
enjoy that gift of the night sky traveling billion trillions of miles.
Value yourself on
Light,
the opportunity.
yeah. But the times that I did growing up, I lived in Montana,
Yeah,
and of course they call it Big Sky Country. If you're not familiar, or
right.
some people may be, Big Sky Country, and it really was. And in the valley between different, Rocky Mountain ranges, one of my childhood best friends, we would sleep out on the trampoline underneath the stars. And I remember being in Boy Scouts at the time and also being really fascinated from, kind of a science kid with learning astronomy. And, I would tell him, like, oh, at the time, and I can't remember all of them today. Sometimes I see stuff, but like, oh, yeah, that's Orion's Belt. That's Cassiopeia. That's, whatever. Um, and identifying some things. But just the fact that I had that opportunity to truly see all of it underneath the big sky, night sky, in a
Yeah,
valley in rural Montana, um, was a beautiful
that's
thing.
really, really cool.
Yeah. Then there was another time my
That's
buddy and
really
I,
great.
my buddy and I would go. He would do this thing where you could like kind of host a lookout station, a fire lookout station. You'd have to hike up to it, and you'd go to the ranger station, and you'd pick up kind of like a, a two-way radio and kind of a kit, and you'd open up the lookout tower, and you could also sleep in it. So we would camp a couple nights,
Oh,
and this was out by Mount Rainier, and so we would just kind of do spotting, in case there was any fires that we spot. We reported in, and it was a lottery system. You'd have to pick, you get lottery, you get certain dates, and you go do it. But I just remember being up there, you know, at 18,000 feet at a lookout tower and not having any light pollution and the mountain ranges, and just, it was such a beautiful thing. I mean, we were above clouds. It was so cool to see the clouds rolling in to Seattle, the Puget Sound area, and just be above them.
mm,
It was also eerie because it looked like you're kind of above them in this like vast ocean of clouds, and you don't feel like you're on the ground anymore. So it
wow.
was it was kind of spooky in that way at night, but also just so magnificent, such a beautiful thing. I'm glad I have that visual memory to recall. Um,
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's really amazing. As you're describing these incredibly beautiful situations, I'm thinking about my little uh, sharing, which is now dwarfed by the beauty of what you're talking about.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, yeah. I would go cross country skiing at night when I was in high school. I was a
Oh,
distance
okay.
runner, so I could go out and into spaces with no thought about fatigue or whatever, and smoke a joint and be out there, smoke a joint inside the car, and then strap on the boots, the skis, and get out onto the snow at like midnight or 1 in the morning. My parents thought I was safe and sound in bed, and
Yeah.
it was so great. It was silent and dark, both of those
Yeah.
things,
Absolutely.
and I felt so cleansed by
Hmm.
both the silence and the dark and the cold.
Yeah.
I just kept doing it. I kept going back out there.
That's cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
felt, the phrase spirituality. I've always kind of wondered what it meant exactly,
Uh
but
huh.
that those experiences were spiritual,
Yeah. Absolutely.
mysterious,
Yeah.
made me
Hmm.
feel relatively ecstatic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what
That's
it was.
beautiful.
It was the darkness or the silence that did the trick. I did hear noises in the distance, again,
Right.
traffic and trains,
Hmm.
um, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And it does make you feel, oh, we can avoid being colonized by these dark forces that are trying to colonize us if we
Right.
are out there attending to bird song,
Yeah.
breeze,
Hmm.
night sky, the dark, and the silence.
Yeah. Yeah. These are pretty cool um, emergence magazine things that you've shared here. I'm truly impressed with it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good stuff. It's good stuff, isn't it? And then
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this video that I read about the
Yeah.
guy who is, I forget the name of it. I read it to earlier. He sounded the no forest. He taped the sounds of the no forest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Um, the yeah, the sanctuary of silence. Yes. Yeah.
Sanctuary of Silence.
Yeah.
Really beautiful.
Yeah. That's cool. Very cool. Well, I love it.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Connecting, healing, restoring, all good things. Yeah. Yep. You use that right now. And, I think it's easy to get caught up and want to spend a lot of time um, with some of the social, political issues of our times right now. And yet also, you know, we make time and space for things that truly are restorative and healthy as well. Um, yeah. So,
Yeah, it can you can get tangled up in your own anger.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can. I can be tangled up in my own
Absolutely.
anger as I watch uh, Trump and
Yeah.
his thug-like friends.
Yeah.
There's
I
fear.
do. Yeah. I wish, and unfortunately, this is just the way humanity is, but um, I feel we're making small steps, maybe not as big as significant as would be preferred, towards identifying, understanding, and recognizing, and getting more and more people to call out what is truly a dictator fascist regime. And I mean,
100%.
that used to be, the radical left was saying this and the, sounding the alarm bells. And I think we've crossed a threshold of getting towards, some moderates or the middle of the road average American that, doesn't really want to be politicized one way or left or right. And, little steps, and maybe even getting some of the conservatives, to sort of recognize that it doesn't matter, calling out fascism is not a political party aligned task. It's everybody's task.
Oh,
yeah,
100%. Yeah.
so
It is
yeah,
fascism. I was talking about fascism when Trump was elected in 2016. I was like, this is the rising tide of fascism, friends. And people kind
yeah,
of looked at me funny, but it's real.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nope,
Well,
it's not just a wake up call from the radical left anymore. It's ubiquitous, and people are having to start to face and recognize the truth, which wish it was happening faster and sooner, but there is hope.
there is hope. We cannot let go of hope. Trump is a narcissistic, um, narcissistic, um, what's the word? Extremist isn't exactly the word I'm looking for, but that's um,
Yeah,
macho bully.
yeah, bully for sure, bully for
Yeah.
sure. So
But he's also
excellent. Well,
really, really physically sick. It's just like
yeah,
this spectacle of watching him lurch around.
yeah, that's really hard, and that's where the fabric of what you can trust and take in is so hard, because I want to, as I look at some of this stuff, and there's people calling, sounding the alarm on his health. And then, now I'm seeing things where it's like, was that a body, a doppelganger that, there's some people pointing out stuff like that, where, is he having people, look alike sit in, for certain things, to keep certain appearances up. And yeah, it's interesting. Um, yeah. Thanks
Well,
to fake media and AI, we get flooded with stuff where you gotta like, is that real or is this? I don't know what I'm looking at anymore.
I know, I know,
Yeah.
I know.
So,
Well, we join hands and hearts with all people that are watching this show and invite you to go out and do these two things: attend to the dark and attend to the silence. And we'll be with you
absolutely,
in spirit as you do. And you could
absolutely.
write in here if you want a report, which
Yeah.
we'll read. We're all enmeshed in this together, and we're
Yep.
all
I would
in.
love to hear.
Yeah, me
I would
too.
love to hear more experience of people's sharing. Peace, being with the dark, um, silence. Where do you go for silence? I'd love to hear that from our listeners or our viewers. So,
Me too.
absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, John. And I am glad you are well, and that you are warrioring through the residuals of a little stroke that probably took you for a scare, but you're rising from the experience, and I'm glad you're here to do this with me today. So,
Yeah, yeah. I ordered something. I can't wait till it comes. It's an electric board. It sends shock waves up into your um, leg. That
oh, okay,
somehow activates the brain to body connection. I don't know exactly
nice.
how this is, but if I do it for 12 weeks, it's supposed
Yeah,
to have me back walking semi normally again, which would be great.
good.
What we
Yeah,
have
well,
now is technology that's so great. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. keep up that restorative work, therapies, acupunctures, exercise, everything. I'll look forward to hearing about your gains and whatnot in 2 weeks. We'll do this again.
And
So
may
thank
we
you.
as a nation and as a civilization but not be debilitated by our Donald Trump stroke,
That's right.
right?
This political stroke we're experiencing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Peace.
Peace. Happy
Peace. Sweet.
return to school for your children.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Peace, everybody. Take care.
Bye, everybody.